Today on Alley Pick, I'm taking a little road trip to America's Broomtown. I didn't say Boomtown, I said Broomtown. Arcola, Illinois, to visit the recently opened Broomcorn Palace. You heard me correctly. Broomcorn Palace. I know that sounds a little weird and kind of interesting actually at the same time. But I've seen this place being built and I haven't been inside since it recently opened. It has some interesting items. A display of handcrafted brooms and broom-making tools, a small local history museum including a collection of Raggedy Ann and Andy items, as well as some historical items from the Gere brothers, who were 7 brothers that served their country during World War II. This eclectic collection, all located inside of the Broomcorn Palace. There's also a very interesting view of the town of Arcola from the very top of the Broomcorn Palace. Let's check it out. The Illinois Central Railroad surveyed this area in 1855 to establish a new town, which eventually became Arcola. Residents who lived in a nearby town called Baghdad literally moved their entire town, buildings and all, on wooden sleds to this area that would become Arcola. Arcola is also the entrance to the largest Amish settlement in Illinois. In the neighboring town of Arthur, you'll find Amish farms, grocery stores with home-baked goods, the finest handcrafted furniture, and, believe it or not, a drive-through wildlife park. But why would a small town of only 3,000 people have a Broomcorn Palace? The town also has an annual Broomcorn Festival, which draws around 50 to 60,000 people every September. What is up with this Broomcorn stuff? Let's dig in and head through those doors to find out. The nice woman at the front desk tells us that there's no cost to enter. It's free. I asked her about the elephant in the room. Why in the world is there a Broomcorn Palace here? She directed me to the large picture above the doorway. On this site in 1898, a Broomcorn Palace was constructed that drew over 20,000 people over a period of 4 days. This palace was a one-of-a-kind promotional spectacle, a temporary building constructed almost entirely out of broomcorn. The crop made the town famous. Although the crop is no longer grown at that scale locally, the town has proudly held on to its identity. The palace serves as a permanent monument to that history. Visitors are asked to sign the guest book upon entering, and then they can watch a short film about the history of broomcorn and its significance to Arcola. Just to the right of the screen area is a Libman Broom Company store. Libman is one of the largest broom manufacturers in the United States, and it just happens to be located in Arcola, Illinois. It's been a major employer in the city since the mid-1950s, and it remains the cornerstone of the local economy and its identity. On the second floor, I'm greeted by Greg. I asked Greg, what are the must-see displays up here?
Probably the Gere brothers are one of the bigger things, because there were 7 brothers here that went to the service during World War II. We lost 23 people killed during World War II. Bobby's the only one that does not survive the war. He made it through the Battle of the Bulge. That's what that second medal is. That's his Purple Heart. Interesting story. There were 8 people in their small group, and they were holding off 300 Germans with 20 tanks. And they were able to do it for 3 days. And then on the 3rd day, the Army Air Force came by, knocked out 15 of the 20 tanks, and then the Germans surrendered.
Another claim to fame for Arcola is that this town was the birthplace of Johnny Gruelle in 1880. John was an American cartoonist, illustrator, writer, and an inventor. He's best known for the creation of his beloved character, Raggedy Ann.
Raggedy Ann, I love you, my little Raggedy Ann.
There are several paintings in the palace created by Johnny himself, including this interesting one here.
The interesting thing about this, if you notice, all the flowers are square. That's because He painted this with his grandkids. So they filled in the flowers. He just painted them in squares.
The Raggedy Ann and Andy items here not only are a tribute to Johnny, but the many other family members who continued the work through generations and the contributions they made to the town of Arcola. But they didn't just support the continuing work, they were a part of the town and the community, like Johnny's granddaughter who lived here in Arcola for many years. Located just behind Greg's greeting station is a replica of the town doctor back in the day, Dr. Allen. Greg told me that he remembers when he was a child coming to this office and getting his shots given by Dr. Allen. Compared to a modern doctor's office, this seems to resemble more of a torture chamber or a staged Halloween display. Lastly, we'll head up to the third floor sky deck. Eventually, the museum may rent out this space for parties and special events. This does provide a great view of the town. Here's the view looking towards the east. This is the view facing the south. Here's the view west. And finally, to the north. After spending nearly an hour reading about Broomcorn history, watching a video, talking to the knowledgeable staff, and just soaking it all in, it was a very enjoyable visit and definitely worth the trip.